Well, to kick off each year on Halton News, I invite every MP and MPP in the region for an interview that both looks back at the year that was and outlines priorities for the upcoming year. 1 year ago, I spoke with Burlington MP Karina Gould, who excitedly reflected on her successes of 2023, including the reduction in childcare costs and laying the foundation of the federal dental plan. Yesterday, I spoke with Minister Gould to take a look back at 2024, a distinctly different year for the Burlington MP.
So certainly this past year was different than the previous one. For me personally, I was very fortunate to welcome a new baby into my family. So for the first 6 months, I was on leave from my ministerial role in Ottawa, but that allowed me to be very engaged in the community in Burlington, and probably attend more events than I would have otherwise because I would have normally been in Ottawa. But when it comes to the programs that you mentioned, what's exciting about that is that they're even further along and rolled out now. So when it comes to childcare this January in Ontario, fees were reduced even more by the province because of the support from the federal government, which is really welcome news for families with young children in childcare. And they continue to increase the number of spaces available in our community and across the province. And when it comes to the dental care program, it's up and running now. So there are thousands of seniors in Burlington who are now going to the dentist and getting their teeth taken care of, sometimes for the first time in years. And I've had some wonderful conversations both with seniors and how meaningful this is for them, but also with the dentists who have signed on to the program, which is well over 90% here in Burlington. So that's very exciting. The fact that we brought forward these programs and now they're being rolled out and people are benefiting from them.
Well, normally at this point, it would be an easy question where I'd say, hey, how about 2025? But, in this particular scenario, there does look to be a bit of a bumpy road ahead. Many questions that are out there right now. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't throw this question out to start, and that is, with the resignation of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, your name has been bandied about as a potential person to put their hat into the ring and step into the leadership race of the federal Liberals and become Prime Minister. Do you have your sights set on that?
Well, look, I am very seriously considering it at this point in time, and I will have more to say in the days to come.
Okay. Well, if you look down the road, and I mean the
Yeah.
literal road, the
Yeah.
QEW, we've
Okay.
seen Pam Damoff declare she will not be running again this past weekend. To me, a rather surprising announcement. Anita Anand changed her mind, declared she will not even run again in the next election. Regardless of your decision to run for the leader of the party, will your name be on the ballot in the upcoming election?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
I can say that with 100% confidence. I just held my 10th annual New Year's levy this past Sunday. Had a wonderful turnout from the community, and I am so proud to represent Burlington in Ottawa. We have an amazing community, and it is such a privilege and an honor. I love my job, but I love my job because I love the people in this community and the fact that I get to share their voice and be their voice in Ottawa.
Okay, so let's go to that question then. 2025. We don't quite know where things are going to land as far as your future goes, but I'm going to ask you your 2025 priorities, and you can take this wherever you like.
Yeah. Well, look, there will be an election at some point in 2025. We do have a fixed election date in October. So at some point there is going to be an election. And so absolutely putting my name on the ballot here in Burlington, winning Burlington again for a fourth time is my, number one objective here. But the reason why I want to do that is because we have worked so hard over the last 10 years to bring forward policies that move our community and our country forward, that take care of those more vulnerable, and that have really set Canada up on the world stage. And the reason why I ran for office in the first place is because I want to fight for Canada and I want to fight for Canadians. And, we have quite frankly, an internal threat from Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives who want to cut across the board in government and the services and the programs that Canadians rely on, including here in Burlington. You know, the childcare program that I mentioned, the dental care program, he hasn't committed to keeping either of those. Those are on the chopping block. So for the people who have just gotten their teeth fixed for the first time, sometimes in 20 years, he's going to take that away from them, right? And for the parents who are saving thousands of dollars a year on childcare, he's going to increase those prices. So we have a real threat to our way of life internally from Pierre Poilievre and the Conservative Party of Canada and their members of parliament, but also, you know, the threat that we see coming from the United States. And so, you know, my job as member of parliament is to stand up for my community and to stand up for Canadians, and whether that's the things we care about domestically or our local economy. And as you and our viewers know, that here in Burlington, we rely very heavily on trade with the United States. It is key to our local economy and to our local industries. And so standing up, protecting that space, and being very strong about it, because we have a lot that the Americans want, and we shouldn't be shy about letting them know that we'll play ball. We don't want to have to do it, but we will.